Hello, welcome to Spiritual Fertility. My name is Alison Bucklin, and today is a full moon. And so, in honor of the full moon, I am going to do a short, special, intuitive card reading for those of you who are watching. I'm going to be using my moon deck. I love this deck. This is Oracle Cards and Guidebook from the Moon deck, written by Aarona Lea and illustrated by Andrea Key. So the full moon is a time for release. It is a time to reflect on the things that you would like to release in your life. We get this opportunity every moon cycle. It is a great way to set intentions as to what you wish to release. Some of the things that I like to do during the full moon is I like to write out the things that I'd like to release. I wish to release pain and suffering as a means to grow. I wish to release body image issues. I release any subconscious beliefs that are blocking or holding me back. I release the need to surround myself with toxic people. I release toxic people, thoughts, and circumstances in my life. And a great way to do this, to write out the things that you would wish to release. And if you have the opportunity to go outside under the full moon, to speak those and then to light that on fire, to burn away the things that you are releasing. And that symbolizes that energetic release of the things that are no longer serving you. Another thing that I like to do is I will listen to a meditation. One of my favorite apps is Insight Timer, and I listen to full moon affirmations, and I use that with earbuds in my ear when I sleep, or you can put them under your pillow and listen to full moon affirmations that provide the repetition of what your brain needs. So the full moon is so spiritual for me. I began taking note of the full moon a couple years ago, and then have recently started to put some practices into place and know and learn where the full moon is. And it's funny because I am currently on a trip with my family in Scranton, Pennsylvania, in Montage, and we tend to frequent this area so we can ski at the mountain, but our trips seem to always fall on a full moon, so it makes me giggle that spirit and the universe have been guiding me here for each full moon. And so spiritual fertility is an opportunity for me to share the things that have helped me in my own spiritual awakening journey, to serve as a guide, as a teacher, as a mentor for each of you who are understanding and maybe learning how to process what is happening during your spiritual awakening journey, but also fertility for those of you who have had infertility struggles, who wish to birth a child physically, but also who have ideas in your mind of what you would wish to birth into creation. Maybe that is a business, maybe that is a relationship, maybe that is a career change or a job, or something that is that little baby whisper that is inside you needing to be birthed into creation. And so spirituality really plays a role in birthing new creations, but also in our own unique transformation and awakening and rebirth of ourselves, much like a butterfly transforms from a caterpillar. That birthing process, that rebirthing process, is what spiritual fertility is all about. That is the energy that I am bringing to this. So if this resonates, certainly share with somebody, and I am speaking to you. So I've been shuffling this deck, and sometimes I'll end up picking a card. Sometimes one jumps out, and one did just jump out, so I'm going to go with that card. But before I reveal what it says and speak to the message that it unfolds, I would like to share a quick prayer to allow only the love and light that is necessary for the highest good of myself, for the highest good of all, for the highest good of those who are consuming this message. And please block out, Spirit, any negative interferences that could be interjecting or trying to interject during this reading. May all of this be of the highest love and light and greatest gift for all. So let's find out what this card says. Number 14, I focus on what is working. I focus on what is working. And so we've got the full moon in there. We do have some dark shadows looming above, but I can see the brightness coming from below. And this woman is aiming her bow and arrow. So the message here, what's coming through, focus on what is working. This brings me to a point of being one with, being and making awareness of yourself. What is successful? What are you having and doing and being that is working for you in this moment? Maybe that is a spiritual practice you have in place. Maybe that is a nutrition routine that works for you. Maybe it's just that you made one small step today towards something that you are working for. So a lot of times we can kind of get caught up in the things that aren't working or the things that we wish to improve in our life. And that is really coming from a place of lack and fear and scarcity. But when we can hone in on the things that we are successful at, the things that are working for us, the steps that we are taking, the baby steps that we are taking, when we can hone in on that and be grateful and celebrate and recognize what we are doing, then that resonates in the frequency of acceptance and love and gratitude and brings about more of that energy. So what vibration we are in really attracts more of that to us. So for the purpose of the full moon, how we can relate this to the full moon, I focus on what is working. So let's release anything, any doubt, any fear, release anything that could be causing us to move away from and separate ourselves from what is working in our life. So focus on what is working. Let's find out what our deck says for that. And so focus is the word that it brings up. Focus. I focus on what is working. Emotions and thoughts are powerful. They can pull us in every direction if we're not aware of their strength. When we pay attention, we affirm our ability to more consciously direct them. In any moment, we can choose to make a positive shift and uplift our perspective. So emotions and our thoughts are on repeat, okay? And so when we can monitor those things that we're thinking and saying and monitor our emotions and then take that opportunity to edit them, to edit the ones that are not serving us. When we feel a thought coming, let's say we walk by a mirror and we start to glance and that thought could come that says, oh, maybe we don't like something. Let's stop it. Let's edit. Let's reframe that and focus on something beautiful. Focus on something that we can gain gratitude for in that moment. Focus on what is working in your life. Stop fixating on the imperfection. As soon as you notice your thoughts spiraling down, call it out and shift gears. That's where that editing comes into play. Keep adjusting your mind to choose a better way. Align your emotions with thoughts that make you feel lighter and happier. Use your imagination if need be. So you can use your imagination to think of and make the best gaining thought that you can find in that moment, that best emotion, that higher level of vibrancy and guidance and emotional attachment that you can bring. So it doesn't have to be, I am perfect in every single way and I love myself unconditionally right away. Sometimes we are feeling low vibrational energy that maybe even the smallest shift of just recognizing that we need to be kinder to ourselves. I am going to be kinder to myself today. That is a higher vibrational thought, a higher vibrational emotion and energy that we can tap into. Turn this into one of your most dedicated daily practices, and soon you'll experience incredible triumph, resiliency, and well-being. Go for progress, not perfection. Total harmony in the body is greatly dependent on balance in the mind. Think healthy thoughts. It's so true. What we think about, we bring about. So it goes back to thinking and realizing and recognizing what is working in our life. What are we proud of? Have we accomplished? A great practice, and I'm going to go through the ritual in this book, but I'm going to tell you a ritual that I do that helps me focus on what is working. Every morning when I am journaling, I will, after I write the date, I'll start with successes, and I will list 5 or more successes from the day before, or if I'm skipped a couple days, from the previous couple days. And so naming successes, as small as they are, or as small as you can think of, can be so powerful for getting out to focus on what's working. I did the laundry yesterday. I put away the laundry yesterday. I did homework with my daughter. I successfully completed the 77th day of school. I like to write that every day in my journal. Each day that we have, anything. I spoke kind words to myself. I had a wonderful conversation with a friend or mentor or teacher. So small successes make a huge difference. So that's the ritual that I do that I want to share with you. Here's one from the book, Mantra Art. When we focus on what's working in life, we magnify healthy and positive thinking. It's an ongoing practice, and there is no better day than today to put it into action. Give yourself permission to create your mantra art freely and breathe as you take steps toward healthy thinking. Supplies. You're going to need paper, artistry writing supplies, watercolors, markers, crayons, pens, etc. Uplifting elements such as flowers, a cup of tea, essential oils, music, candles, crystals, whatever brings you happiness and peace. And then here's some actions for you. Set up your workplace. Cut or rip your paper into the desired side. On the center of your paper, write, I focus on what is working. Then use your art supplies and get creative. Customize your own uplifting mantra art and let your unique expression flow. This seems really fun. Place this mantra somewhere you'll see it often to remind yourself of the power of your thoughts and your freedom to choose your focus. I love that word, freedom. That's my word for this year, for 2022. Freedom to choose your thoughts. Freedom to choose your focus. Freedom to choose your flow. Feel free to add this ritual to any favorite mantra. Happy full moon. Stay blessed, stay positive, stay focused on what is working, and release that which is no longer serving you. This is Spiritual Fertility. I'm Alison Bucklin. Thanks for being here.